What up, guys? Man. Welcome to Fish Hour. I'm so sorry I'm late. I started streaming and I was doing tests all morning and over the weekend, and I was streaming to Twitch by accident. So I'm here. Let's go. Let's get the show rocking. Welcome to Fishy Hour. It's Saturday. Sorry, it's Monday, and it's Fishing Report Monday, guys. What's up? Welcome, guys. Sorry I'm late. I apologize. I was on time and started streaming to Twitch instead of YouTube. So anyway, I'm back. So what do you guys think? I did a little sprucing up around the place. I got rid of this like crazy highlight that I've always had. I figured out the setting that controls that ratio, so it should look better. Lighting looks good. There you go. Nice. Lighting looks good. I have it's the same lighting setup, but I finally figured out how to fine tune the webcam to make it look nicer. So yeah, I'm excited. And then I'll wait for the song to go through, and I'll tell you guys what the latest haps, the latest thing that's going on. Phew. What up, Salty? So I'm trying to figure out how to remove a video that I did like a 30-second live stream because I was trying to figure out what's happening. Oh, it's so funny. Stream manager, maybe? Nope, not here. Oh, maybe channel. Yeah, channel. That'd be channel. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Found it. All right, cool. All right, get back to normal. Sorry, guys. It basically, I did a stream for like 20 seconds while I was trying to figure out why it wasn't showing up to YouTube. And then like Twitch is like, "Oh, cool, you're on." And then Twitch put it up and saved that 30-second clip to my profile. And I was like, "Oh, I gotta get rid of it." So I got rid of it. Back to normal. Yeah. All right, Coach, you want to call in? But no, don't call in yet, Coach. Let me do some quick announcements, and then you can call in, okay? What's up, James? First timer on live. Always listen to previous videos. Oh, cool, James. Welcome, dude. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here. So let's get things popping. First off, let's pop this top because it's Monday and it's fish report time or fishing reports. But let's start this off the way we need to start off. So let me take a deep breath, relax. Okay, let's do this. Fishy hour. Here goes, pop top. There goes. How was that? I juiced it so much. You should have seen the level on the microphone. I cranked it up to 11. Jet, that was only a 7 with the mic turned up to 11. All right. I'm gonna have to put a plastic bag over this mic and go Gallagher on you guys. Who knows who Gallagher is? If you know who Gallagher is, say I do. All right, guys. So here we go. Let's see. We have a fancy graphic down here at the bottom of the screen. Whoa. Am I frozen? Wow. That was weird. Okay, I'm back. Okay, cool. That was super weird. Yeah. Yeah, my computer froze up when I opened a notepad. So funny. Oh, technology. Why do you play I see the new graphic. Okay. So the new graphic is. I'm gonna try to make sure it's out of the way of the Fishy Hour logo, but that works. It's there. Okay, so we basically have a graph, and it's showing you. We have a goal. I have a Twitch follower goal of 50 followers. Okay, I'm at 37 followers, and I want to get to 50. That's my goal because it unlocks a bunch of things, like including the what are they called, emotes, which means I can make my own emotes out of the Mad Max guy here, the little Mad Max character, the little Spotty, the little halibut that I drew. I can put those as emotes so you guys can use them in the chat. That's one of the things I get. Another thing is like it enables it for monetization, right? It enables it so that if you already have a Prime membership, like through Amazon, since Amazon owns Twitch, you get a voucher, like a Prime subscription voucher that it doesn't cost you anything more than you're already paying for your for your Amazon Prime subscription anyway. But it's like a tip. It's like a little tip token, right? It's worth like $1.50 or $2.50. I forget how much it's worth, but you get a new one every month, and you have to use it, and you use it that month. And so if you guys are already on Amazon Prime, you'll automatically have that little token. And then if you enjoy my stuff, you could just pitch me that token, or give me that I think it's called a Prime sub, and you do that every month, and it's basically like free money for you to use towards your favorite streamer. Okay. And so I can't receive Prime subs or make custom emotes for my audience, for you guys, unless I'm at least 50 subscribers in. So this graph down here at the bottom represents the 37 subs that we do have, and as we subscribe, as we get people to subscribe throughout the night and throughout tomorrow, hopefully, it'll jump up, and we'll eventually get to 50. So that's the goal. Can you do a video about it? Can you do a video about it? Yes. Ramen, why do you have a weird looking scuba mask in the background? Oh yeah. That's something I want to talk about too. But first, we're going to do fish reports because that's what we're here for. So I want to bore you guys with everything. Here is the link though for the Twitch. I do need you guys, if you haven't already, in the chat, type in if you've subbed to the Twitch account. Say yes or no. Yes, you've subbed. No, you have not. And I'm going to work on this link over here. Okay. Okay, good. Oh yeah, I see a bunch of yeses. Right on, guys. Muto, if you haven't already, here's the link. Go in there. No, joke. What is it? Okay, so here's I'm gonna put a link in the description that says www.twitch.tv/San Diego Fishing. Click on that link and go subscribe to that channel. I'm trying to get this. It's basically a subscription drive here, guys. Okay. So that's out of the way. Let's get into some fishing reports. So this Saturday, guys, was super fun. I'm glad you guys decided to come out at night, even though it was like super foggy. So for those of you that don't know, MMFC group went out to San Diego Bay. We fished a bait barge. We did a night session. Started a little bit late because I was late. My drive is broken, and so I had to borrow one from a friend. So, but I made it out, and you guys were so nice. Oh, cool. There we go. Thanks for the follow, dude. Okay, let's see if this thing updates. There we go. Mutos is up there. Yes. Maybe that thing's not updating, but good on you, dude. Thank you. Okay. So it was super fun. We got out there, and I'm guessing on the number, there's probably like 12 of us. And then Brian brought out his boat. John brought out his boat, and I think Garrett was out there with his boat too in the beginning. So it was a good group of guys, and super fun. Everybody had their lights on. It looked like the Bay Parade without the boats. It was a big group of guys. It was pretty cool. Then the fog started coming in, and the fog was crazy. It was super foggy, and we kind of stuck together. Made our way over to the bait barge. We got to the bait barge, and it was super fun. We fished it. A lot of you, I caught one fish. I caught like a 16-inch sand bass, and I think Jack caught like 3 or 4 personal best sand bass. Salty caught a couple nice ones. And then Brian caught a ginormous one. I thought it was like 21 inches or something like that. It was amazing, a huge fish. After I lost a couple of lures, and so I caught my first fish, and I lost that lure I caught it on, and then I lost another lure, and then I was kind of over it. But before I was over it, I see John putting out his anchor, and I was like, "Dude, the current's getting pretty strong. Like, you sure you want to anchor?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fire up the grill." I was like, "Ooh." John was out there. He fired up the grill like in 15 minutes. He was just like handing off hot dogs. It was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah, it was super wet. But it was still super fun. It was like the next level of It was like the next level of outing, I guess you could say. So yeah, John definitely stepped it up. It was pretty cool. And it was also a little bit. It was also fun to see Brian adjust to fishing the bait barge. It's just a lot deeper, I think, than he's used to fishing, and the current was just like ripping. So it was cool to see him trying to figure out how to fish it, because it's a different style of fishing, I think, there at the bait barges. So it's like 40 feet, and once the current gets going, you got to start fishing like 2 ounces. It's like. And that's like barely staying on the bottom. So yeah, it's a cool outing. It was a cool outing. Then after that, like around 11:30, we started to head back. We all kind of grouped up again, got into a tight cluster, and then started heading back. We made it. We get like into a tight group before jumping over to the next. Like when there was because when you first leave the bait barge, it looks like you're just going into the cloud, like you're just going into the darkness. It was weird. And then and then from there we kind of like, all right, we're close together, and then we can see like a dock that's lit up. And it's like, oh, let's go that way. And I was actually following my my GPS track on my sounder, on my GPS unit. So like basically following our path there, I was following it back. And then we'd like get a little bit spread apart when we got to like the lit areas, and then once we got to the edge of the lit area to transition to over like across the little channel, we're like, all right, let's group up again. Anyway, everybody made it back. It was pretty fun. Everybody made it back safely. We basically showed up and took over like the whole boat ramp. And by the time we got back to the boat ramp and everybody was packed up, it seemed like all the fog was gone, or pretty close to being gone. It was weird. Like that was like around 2. I was like 1 or 1:30 in the morning. I don't even think I went to bed until like 3:30. So it was a cool outing. It was really fun. So there you go. If you have a kayak and you want to come out fishing with us, most of the time we do fishing. We do kayak fishing. We don't really do shore fishing so much. But if you have a kayak and you want to try it out, hit us up. We're the Mad Max Fishing Club on Facebook, and that's where you can find us. Coach, if you want to give us a call and give us a report on anything you feel worthy of mention, give us a call, dude. I'm ready. Thanks for holding off and letting me do all these announcements. While we're waiting for Coach to call, I'm doing another call for you to go subscribe to Twitch. Let me see if this thing is broken, because I don't see it updating. Let's see. I'm putting the link to Twitch again in the chat. Bam. Okay. Go over there and subscribe. Oh yeah, Graham. Nice. That's a good. What was 2 yellowtails, 8 bluefin, and 1 marlin? We hooked and landed and safely released. Wow. Dang, that's awesome. That's a super good one. West end of San Diego, Clemente Island for the weekend. I posted. Yep, I saw that. Dude, that's super cool. Super cool.
Fresh one.
That's so funny. Oh god, hang on, Coach.
We got news,
Hey,
Roman.
Coach,
we got news.
Can you hear me?
What's happening? I can hear you.
All right, we're on. You're on, coming in through loud and clear.
Good. We got news, big time.
What's going on?
So, our local water is going to be clearing the next few days.
It's going to be clearing?
But it's a pretty small patch of water so far. I'm trying to keep an eye to the west to see if this big chunk of water that's feeding it is going to stick, or if we're going to be on another 4 or 5 days of really good water, and then it just kind of tapers off, and then we get that cold, nasty crap from the north.
Yep.
So first, let me cover the offshore. And this is me reading between the lines, and my buddy, shout out to Kerry. He called me last night and kind of gave me the lowdown that the water's finally moving, and he saw a big move yesterday. It was like it moved like 26 miles yesterday.
Oh wow!
So shout out to him. When I looked this morning at the first SST charts, the offshore line was like the 425 to the 371 to the 230 to the 43 spot onto the Butterfly Banks and the St. Clemente Basins. That's what it looked like to me on the map. In case anybody needs to know that, I'll go over that again. It's the line today was running from 101 past the 425 and the 371 to the 230 and up to the 43 spot. That's where the line was at. So pick your poison and go chase them down.
Oh, that's awesome. So how do you So when you say there's a patch coming, do you mean like a patch of warmer water?
A patch of warm, clean water.
Oh, okay. So it's not just warm.
So the chloro is breaking right along that same line right now.
Yep.
And our coastal chloro is off the charts, so the water's still green in the inshore yet.
Yeah.
But as this piece of water approaches and smashes into the shore, it'll push that water off. And I'm hoping it'll reverse this southerly current, current out of the north that we've had for the last week and a half or so, 2 weeks almost now.
That's interesting, yeah, because that should give us nice visibility too.
Yeah, it'll give you Spiros good visibility. Yeah. Of course, it enables yellowtail to see a mackerel that's 20 feet away and go chase it down. There's really a lot of factors to the chloro part of it.
And when do you think it's going to hit? Like the
it just started moving yesterday. My dude called me. I started looking and comparing the day-to-day charts, and it jumped somewhere between 22 and 31 miles yesterday and today.
That's awesome.
From what I can tell. So it could be as early as tomorrow. I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah.
But now is the time to get ready and start plotting your trips with your people.
Awesome.
I would say for sure it should be into our local onshore by, I know I'm going to call it wrong by a day or two. It doesn't matter how I call it from here.
You call it, and then we'll halibut us. Halibut us one. That's an awesome name. No, but I'm saying is we will call it, and then if it doesn't work, just like don't mention it ever again. And then if it works, you're like, yeah, I called it. That's what like the pollsters do, right? They're like,
pretty much. Easiest job in the world, right? The San Diego weather people.
9 out of 10 times, I'm halfway right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could be looking as early as tomorrow night, Wednesday morning, but I think it's more realistic to look like towards Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday.
Awesome.
Our local inshore could turn around real quick if this stuff starts purging the solid back north. They're having some warm water up north right now.
Okay.
But it's super dirty, and the chloro count's crazy. In fact, it's like out off the outer, what we call the outer banks here.
Yeah.
So Cortez, Tanner, Potato, out that way. The chloro chart looks yellow.
That makes sense.
I don't know what that translates to visibility, but to me that's almost like pea soup status.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd say for our local inshore, you kayak guys, and even the bay fishermen who fish the front of the bays.
Yep.
I think that you're looking at Friday, maybe Saturday.
Friday, maybe Saturday. Okay. That's good.
So keep an eye on those. Keep an eye on the temperature charts wherever it is you fish. Wherever it is they take temperature. When those things start to climb, the time to move is right then. When that temperature is moving up, the fish are going to feed real hard. Mm-hmm. They're going to feed into that warmer water, not out of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So keep that in mind.
That's cool.
But I'd be real surprised if a bunch of boats didn't do real well today off the 371, 425, 230 area.
Oh, because that's where the line is right now. That makes sense.
That's where the line is now, or it was as of this morning. It could be closer by now.
Yeah, so for this weekend, probably the play is to go to Fish La Jolla.
I mean, I'm hesitant to call it, but I mean, if it was my choice, I would.
Yeah, that's cool.
Big calicos, yellowtail, white sea bass, whatever. Yeah. I think you have an excellent chance.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Saturday
good.
and Sunday.
That's probably what we'll do. I'll need to check the chart, see what the swell is and stuff. But yeah, it looks doable.
And then and then of course, you have to take ocean conditions into effect. They're not super accurate 5 to 6 days out, but it does it can play a serious role. So I mean, just keep an eye on all the charts, keep all the information you have in your hand, and I mean, make the best call you can. But I heard it was flat today from 3 or 4 different sources, including a couple of people in the chat.
Yeah, it's like about 1.5. Yeah. So I heard it would Friday night, Saturday morning it should be pretty small, I guess, but then it's gonna go up a little bit. It's like
it looked good to me when I looked, but I mean,
it's definitely doable.
Kind of only a guess.
Yeah,
every 6 days out.
Yeah, it's like 4 feet. It's gonna be like 4 feet.
So it's not terrible as long as the interval is long enough.
Yeah, with like about a 8 second interval. But I mean,
yeah, you're probably okay then. Yeah. But I mean, well, that would say double height.
Yeah, no, that was including double height. So it's registering at 2. So it'll be like 4. Yeah.
Oh well, you should be fine.
Should be
then.
Fine, yeah. Sweet.
But
get my first tail on the kayak.
We all have an opportunity coming very soon. I hope. Of course, anything could happen. This current from the north could pick up and push it off, or there's a million things that can happen in 3 or 4 days in terms of the ocean. But it looks very, very good for at least, I would say, Friday through next Tuesday, Wednesday. But a lot of it kind of depends on if this warm water stays connected to the larger mass to the west.
Makes sense. I
really hope it does, because then the fleet will get on them good, and there'll be limits all the way around. Some guy caught 6 bluefin on either yesterday or Saturday. Yesterday, awesome. I think, on the Grand. He went out on the full day and caught 5 or 6 bluefin.
That's crazy, dude. That's cool though. That's awesome. That's an awesome experience. To when like you're like, okay, I'm done. That's like a lot of fish fighting.
Yeah, that's a lot of presentation though too, and a lot of fighting. And then he said he did some hooking hands too. So
jeez,
good on him. But we got good water approaching the U.S.-Mexico border. It could cross sometime tonight or tomorrow. I mean, like I said, I'm just kind of reading the crystal ball a little bit.
Okay.
But I mean, it's looking good. Looking real good for the next few days, starting to heat up. And when you start to see that temperature change, that's time to get out and get on them.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because as it drives their metabolism higher, they have to eat more. Then they'll be on the feed.
That makes sense. Okay.
So, I don't know, man. If you really luck out, it could be real good for you tomorrow, depending on where you launch and what you target.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out there. So it looks fun. I need to do that. I think if everybody wants to go out to we might even do two separate groups. If you guys want to fish La Jolla, you guys can do a group to fish the bays. But I think I want to go to La Jolla on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, according to the finger ruler, how far is this from the Coronado? How far is the 425? It's about 15 miles.
Okay.
Tomorrow could be an epic day at the Coronado Islands for the full day fleet if they were paying attention.
That's cool.
You might see some serious yellowtail counts tomorrow or the next day at the island if this water keeps moving at a similar rate to what it's moving now.
Okay, that's good. Cool. Well, thanks for calling in and give us.
Just want to let everyone know.
Yeah, that's a good good update. It's gonna change fishing plans for the weekend. So I think it'll be good. Worst case, you're out there fishing and get some rockfish or something. But yeah.
I don't think you'll be relegated. I think the calicos are going to come on real hard because their spawning session got cut short last time by that cold water. So I think they're gonna hit it super hard.
It's a good idea.
I mean, it's a guess, but the fish always surprise us. But
yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Cool.
But yeah.
Cool, Coach. Well, thanks for calling in and giving us that sweet update.
Yeah, you betcha. I've been asked by several of our MMFC members and a few times in the chat about the crystal ball, and of course I got that question last Thursday too. So I figured I would chime in. I've been waiting for this chunk of water to move, and it's just been hung up down there.
Right, that's funny. Cool. Well, that works.
All right, Roman. I'll let you get back to it.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Thanks again.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Peace. All right, guys. That was a good report from Coach. That's like I think it's gonna keep getting better. I just saw Graham's photos. That's amazing. I'm gonna hold it up to the screen real quick for those of you guys that don't know. Look at that. Killed it, dude. So good. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man. Oh, that's awesome. Well, what's up with the headset? So were you live streaming or what? Trying to cut into my gig? Or is that just for communications on the boat? That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. It's for radios? Is that what's happening? That's really good. I like it. Cool. All right. So let's see. We're going to have Scotty call in about 15 minutes and give us an update on his on what's been happening on his charters. Okay, cool. Just been sending in a reminder. Wait for him to call in while we do that. Let's see. Did you know that I put together a page that I call La Jolla Fishing Dashboard, and I basically just took all of the information that's available from different places on the internet and aggregated it into one page. The thing is, it's like it's a private page, so you can't just go to it and view it. So I want to keep it within MMFC. So I'm gonna put it on the chats for you guys. And if you're looking to go to La Jolla and you want to go look up all the stats, you can basically go to this page, RomanCastro.com. You could type in LJ, what is it? LJFD, La Jolla Fishing Dashboard. Yeah, LJFD. Or you can type in the link I put in the description, the whole name, but it's probably easier to remember La Jolla Fishing Dashboard. So LJFD. Here, I'll put that in the chat too. And when you get there, it's going to prompt you for a password. It's going to be just like a box with a password. And the password is MMFC. All lowercase, don't do uppercase. All lowercase, MMFC. And that'll let you see the actual, it's like a dashboard, I guess you could say, like in one screen or like in a screen and a half, you can see like the temperature, the temperature of the water, the waves, the frequency, the average, the interval, and then it has a little description of what everything is. So I try to make it easier for you guys. And that way it's like and then down towards the bottom, you can also stream the cameras. There's 3 cameras that you usually have to go to 3 different sites for. But I put them all in one. They're like 3 next to each other. So you can watch all the cameras at once, like a boss. Anyway, that's just another resource that I try to put together for you guys. I'm gonna do something similar to that for like San Diego Bay fishing and Mission Bay fishing, and I'll just call those like San Diego Bay fishing dashboard and Mission Bay fishing dashboard. But I haven't put those together yet. I'm gonna find all the webcams that are available, and then I'll put them all together in a similar fashion. Okay. Good stuff. Good evening, Arnie. I'm gonna go through the chats real quick, guys, because I've been kind of ignoring it for a second. So let's see. Anybody new in here? I see Captain Dan's in the house. What up, Captain Dan? Did you go out on the boat? Nope. Todd in the house. What up, Todd? What's up, Leonard? SoCal Bassin in the house. Captain Dan. Worth TV. Jet. Doug. Tyler. Captain Dan. Salty. Shoo. Okay. Izzy in the house. What's up, Izzy? Welcome. Dario. What's up? Welcome back, dude. Good fishing with you the other day. Let's see. Chris Mendoza, feeling romantic. Music, lighting. Nice. Oh, it's so funny. What's up, Izzy? Good to see you. Good. Muto, thanks again for subbing on the Twitch account. I know it's a big ask. I know it's another thing to log into, but I'm trying to push that out. I think it'll be a good place to build audience. I think. Let's see. James Park, what's up, dude? I think I acknowledged you earlier, but again, thanks for jumping on here. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's see. Tyler says, Coach has the good news. Okay, good. Got that. Aiden says, I slept and brushed my arm. Oh, jeez. That's funny. That's funny. All right, cool. Keep it going. MB doing anything yet? MB doing anything yet? Mission Bay. Let's see, Captain Dan. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm almost way behind, guys. Way behind. Roman, why do you have a weird looking scuba mask in the background? What? You mean this beautiful thing? That's my Kylo Ren helmet. I've been wanting to get that helmet for like a year. And I've been buying my time to try to buy it on eBay. I bid on a bunch of them and I never won. And then I finally scooped one up. It just came in today, so I had to redo the whole background so I could put that thing back there. I know I talked to Brian when I got it because he also likes Star Wars, and I was like, oh, I got the Kylo Ren helmet finally. But yeah, it's a full on like grown up. It's a full adult size helmet, and like it's got the voice changer in it. So I'm still gonna wear my COVID mask underneath. But I'm going to wear that when I go to the store to buy groceries. It's like a face shield, right? Oh, that's funny. Anyway, Aiden says Twitch is too hard for me to use. Aiden, just go over there and do it. Can someone help? Tell me. Okay, that's funny. It's funny. Link not working. Oh no, link not working. What link's not working? The one to... Oh, I have to link to the La Jolla Twitch. Oh, the Twitch TV one. There, guys. Cool. Okay, cool. And then Graham. Oh, here's the official report of the picture I just showed you from Graham. He said, west end of San Clemente Island for the weekend. I posted it. Yep, MSC total saw it. Let's see total damage. Yeah, 2 yellowtails, 8 bluefin, and 1 marlin. Dude, that's amazing. Dude, that's so cool. Dang, dude. Must be tired. Good stuff. Okay. All right. Cool. I see Zach in here. What's up, Zach? I'll be listening to y'all's advice and refining my technique and finally caught some. Oh, what? Zach, where did you fish? Zach, hey, Zach, do you want to call in? I think Zach should call in. I'm going to put the number up. See if I don't mess this up. Guys, I took down the meter because the meter is broken. Okay. The current subscriber count is 40. Woohoo! So get over there and hit that follow button. Go there, hit that follow button, guys. I'm gonna put it in the chat again. Twitch TV. Okay. Zach, if you want to call in and do a quick report, or you can just tell us about it. Oh, Twitch won't let me in. I'll restart my system and try again. Okay, cool. No worries, Zach. Izzy says that's good news. I'll be heading out again. Ooh, Izzy's gonna hit the mother load right there if you're going out Sunday. The Royal Polaris is sitting on North Island right now. Oh, you know why they're there. That's cool. Roman, dude, that mask. Let me see it. All right. While we wait for Captain Scotty, I'm gonna bust out the mask. Okay. Let me go back to my single. Sorry, Brian. I didn't see your chat until now. I'm kind of holding out on you, huh? Here it is. Ohio says Roman. What's up, Luis? Welcome. What's up? What I miss? Cal, you missed a bunch of stuff. We're gonna nerd out here because we missed Comic-Con, so we're gonna nerd out for a little bit. I just picked up this the Kylo Ren helmet. Ciao. There you go, Brian. And it has like a, I think it's got like a voice changer. Here it goes. What's up, guys? Anyway, the local supermarkets will be annoyed or excited. I'm gonna roll up in there to pick up my. I go to the grocery store twice a week, and it's funny. I'm gonna go to the supermarket with this mask on, because it's COVID safe. I only got it to be COVID safe, guys. I only got it for safety. Safety first. Okay. But yeah, no, it doesn't glow. But there's space in there to set it up. But yeah, that's it. Super fun. It's a cool little it's a cool helmet. Cool. I'm gonna put it back. That's what I'm gonna wear for our Halloween outing when we fish for spotties for Halloween. Messing up my set. Whoa. All right, let me see what's going on with Scotty over here. Yeah, Scotty's going to be calling in. Oh, I told him. That's why, because I told him calling at 7:45. Okay. We got 5 more minutes before he calls in. Okay. Let's see. That's so funny. Roman, awesome. I'm so just. No. How many cool bits for the mask? Nice. Roman's going to go viral. Yeah, exactly, right? I'm going to go viral with the Kylo Ren helmet. That's funny. No, I really like the design of it. It's super cool. Hector, what's up, dude? Welcome. By the way, I went to O-side and used some of the coach's advice and used muscles and caught a 13-inch body in the harbor. Then followed by a 10-inch. Nice. I'm boat sitting a sailboat, so I took advantage. That's awesome, Hector. That's really good. That's what you got to do. When you get access to the docks like that, you just got to fish them. That's interesting. Good stuff. I see Hanbono's fishing. Hanbone's fishing. What up, dude? We're that for Halloween's special podcast. Yeah. Let's see. Try it now. Try it on. Right. I'll try it on. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, dude, totally nerded out, totally geeked out. And another thing I want to tell you guys, hopefully I can get the story out before Scotty calls. If not, I'll finish it after he calls. I went out and I was able to get in the water, and that was like on Saturday night. We're out fishing at the bait barge, and then got home, went to bed by like 3:30 by the time everything was said and done. And then Bo wanted to go dive around, and I was like, all right, let's go. Let's go at 9. And like I woke up like at 9 o'clock. No, I woke up like at 8. And started to get ready, and I was like, oh. And then like as I was getting ready, like as I was getting ready to get out of bed, Bo sent me a text. He's like, hey, do you wanna go a little bit later? And I was like, yeah. Let's meet at 9. So let's meet at 10. So I got an extra hour of sleep, felt better, and then I met Bo out there at the we went to like one of the bays here in Mission Bay, and basically it was basically just me, Bo, and I just kind of like snorkeling around, and I had my float line with me. I tied it to a rock, and I was helping Bo figure out his equalization in his ears. He uses the float line to pull himself down until it feels a little bit of pressure, and he's got to sit there at that depth and figure out how he can clear his ears. And I'm kind of watching him underwater, seeing what he's doing, trying to give him advice. Okay, and then when he comes up, I'm like, okay, try this, try that. It was pretty cool. So it was interesting for me because I'd never taught anybody how to clear. But eventually, by the end of the day, like 2 hours in, Bo seems like he understood how to clear. He was getting it. He realized that when you're diving, you don't have to dive with pain, like your ear shouldn't hurt. So yeah, he's totally getting it. So I'm super proud of you, Bo, for hanging in there and like following instruction to the point where you actually figured it out. So that's super good. There we go. Bo's in here. Cool. And so anyway, dude, good job. And the cool thing though, something that I would have never experienced if I would have just got in and did my usual thing of trying to find like a fish to blast. Since we were at that same area and I was watching Bo do his thing, we were like in 8 feet of water most of the time, and so you can pretty much see the ground from the surface. So I wasn't bored, but Bo had things he was working on trying to figure out. And so I was like snorkeling around the little area, and then I found this sunken, I don't know if it's like an art exhibit, but it's like this. It's like this big around, and it's like this tall, like maybe like a foot and a half, a foot around, a foot across. So it's around. It's basically like the nose and the mouth of a shark, but it's made out of metal. I think it's made out of metal. And then around that is a bunch of like somebody made a bunch of ceramic, like like if you watch National Geographic, they have like these underwater like tubes that put out like hot water like way deep in the ocean. Well, somebody made some of those, but out of like terracotta. It was super cool, and like it was starting to get growth. And hang in there for the conclusion of that story. Captain Scotty in the house. Hello.
What's up, Roman? What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Ooh, tired.
Oh yeah.
Got him.
Tired, but got him. Is that what you said?
Tired, but got him.
Nice, dude. Super good. So, were you out today?
Yes. Yesterday was my one day off, and now I'm hitting it.
Perfect. So what's the damage, dude? How you doing?
So today we did 9 yellowfin, 2 bluefin, and we were around the 226 area, real close to home.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't get any super big yellowfin like some boats have been getting into, and what were there maybe like 2 weeks ago. There were those easily 50 pounders. We didn't. I think the size fish that we ran into today were like 25 to 35 pounds. Maybe some of them might have been close to 40, but definitely not over 40, in my opinion.
Dude, that's cool. That's crazy.
So, what worked really well for us is just, it was really cool just, being able to find our own fish, just kind of working the zone, just cruising around. There was a marine layer pretty much the entire day.
Oh.
And when there's a marine layer, fog, it's really tough to get up top and look around with the binoculars. So we just kind of cruised around and, just from inside the pilot house, looking around, looking for signs of fish.
Yeah.
And we had 2 stops of fish today, and we used all of our baits. So even though I have an 85-gallon bait tank taking 3 to 4 scoops of bait,
Wow.
I buy 3 scoops, but the bait stock boys hook me up because I give them good tips. I give them like anywhere between $15 to $20 tips depending on how much bait I'm buying.
Yeah.
But normally when I go on offshore trips, I give them $25 tips. They hook it up pretty well. But
Dude.
even so, we used all our bait, and we ended up with 11 fish. So it was pretty good. So now we're starting to see the fish stick to the boat a lot more readily, meaning that there's less bait in the region. So
they'll be more hungry. They'll be more
fish,
interested.
Yeah. So like with earlier season, you pull up on a spot of fish, you throw some bait over the side, you get them to come to the boat just slightly, and then they get pulled off by that big school of bait just a couple hundred yards away from the boat. Now that the only baits that they're seeing in the water are the baits I'm throwing over the side of the boat, they're staying with us, and then we're able to long drift with the fish, and that's how we were able to get them to go. So although we put 11 in the boat, I'm sure we lost just as many because this season's fish are big and nasty, and we definitely lost plenty of fish. Some heartbreakers too, after a long battle, half-hour battle, losing it right at gap, right next to the boat. But that's the truth with fishing. You're not going to get every fish you hook.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So your next outing is tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be right back at it again tomorrow. So today was a 12-hour trip. We were done in about 10 and a half because we ran out of bait. I came back in and filleted. So it's all good. And then tomorrow I'm on a 9-hour trip. I'll be going to the same zone, but then they always have the option to up it to a 12-hour trip.
Okay. That's crazy, dude. That's a long day, man.
Yeah. So 12-hour trip on the water is a 16-hour day for me. Do
you do all the filleting yourself?
Yes. So today, I had buddies. They had chartered me before, and they're seamen. So then they helped with filleting. So we had 3 fillet stations going. One on the bait tank, one on the cutting board, and final one over on the transom. I just laid out a what's it called, a towel, and just started filleting on the back of the transom there. So we got through it pretty quickly. Pretty awesome.
Dude, that's crazy. Cool.
Yeah. So what worked out for us, if anybody else is going out there, it looks like it's going to be pretty fair weather the next couple of days. Just looking for signal of fish up on the surface, pulling up once again slowly. There was hardly any wind today, so getting upwind of the fish.
Yeah.
Throttling way down, pulling right up to where we were seeing fish blow up. So there was still some bait out there. So we did see fish blowing up on the surface, pulling up to them slowly, getting right up next to them. And then we did get one fish by casting a sardine into the middle of bird schools. So they were on their own bait. And then while doing that, throwing bait over the side to start getting them on our own chum line. And so that was our first stop. And then our first stop, we got inundated by other boats. It is what it is. So as soon as the bite shut off, we moved on to our next spot. And then on the next spot, we were able to pull off all the rest of our fish and use the rest of our bait. So we only got 2 stops today. Ended up with 11 tuna and back to the dock early to fillet.
Dude, that's cool. Well, it's better to come. Yeah, exactly right. It's better to go through all that bait, come back with all that fish early, than to be out there all day skunking.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. We at the end of the day, we were only 17 nautical miles from Mission Bay, so we probably found the fish. Maybe the first spot was definitely probably around that range. The second spot was maybe about 20, and then we drifted, with the fish for pretty much most of the day. We probably had a good 4-hour drift with the fish.
Wow.
So we ran out of bait.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good.
So that was the report for today. I'm going to be working the same zone tomorrow. I'm going to be working that same general zone around the 226. And then if I have to go farther, then we'll have to go farther. So we'll see what happens.
No, that's good. Do you have any spots open? Like any?
So I don't have any availability till September. I'm full booked in August.
Nice, dude. Super good. Dang, it's like the 3rd.
Yeah. Yeah.
How far into September are you booked already?
So I don't have any weekends available until I think like the 3rd or 4th weekend in October. So no Friday, Saturday, Sundays available. So then only into September I have scattered weekdays available.
Okay.
So if anybody is interested, please reach out to me and figure out if any of my open dates will work out for your schedule.
Perfect. Anything else? Anything else real quick while I get your link ready?
No, that's the report for us. That's what we did today. That's how we got them to the boat, how we got them in.
There you go.
And then if anybody looks at our Instagram, I just posted to our story a quick little video of how we had the full boat bent. At one point, we had 5 rods and stuff. I had my 4 customers on fish. I'm like, so you guys want me to hook another one or what?
Oh, dude, that's cool.
And then a few of the guys are like, no, and the other guy's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. I sent it out. Sure enough, we had 5 on at one point.
Cause that fish goes to the customers, right? The 5th fish.
Oh yeah. The customers take all the fish. If they catch their limit, then we can still catch my limit. Then of course, it's possession. So then once they leave the boat, they can only have their limit of fish. But today, they took all 11 fish. Because then we could have had 2 bluefin, 5 yellowfin for everybody on the boat.
That's awesome. Cool, dude.
Which unfortunately we weren't able to do, but we'll keep on trying. So even though I took 3 scoops of bait, I chum very heavy at the very beginning to try and get the fish to stick to it, and then we have to continue chumming because then there is still some bait out there. So that's the reason why we went with our bigger bait tank. This season we have an 85-gallon bait tank, whereas last season we had a 48-gallon bait tank. And you could definitely catch fish with 48-gallon bait, but just having that additional bait really helps us out.
Jet's got a question real quick. What's the bluefin limit?
Bluefin limit, whether in Mexican waters or U.S. waters, California waters, is 2 per person. No size limit. It's just 2 per person.
Perfect.
And then you have a 10 fish per person aggregate. So you have a 10 bag limit. When you catch your 2 bluefin, that counts towards 5 towards your bag limit. So for example, if you're fishing bluefin and yellowfin, you can have 2 bluefin and 5 per person. Now in U.S. waters, in California waters, for yellowfin, you could have 10 yellowfin per person. So say like you only run into a yellowfin school and you're in U.S. waters, you can have 10 yellowfin per person, any size, doesn't matter. So it's just a bag limit. And then in Mexican waters, however, say if you run into a school that's only yellowfin, you could only have 5 per person. So you can only have 5 of a single species in Mexican waters. So in Mexican waters, you can only have 5 yellowfin, and then you can get 5 yellowtail. Whereas, in U.S. waters, you can get 10 yellowfin per person, you're done. Or 10 yellowtail per person, you're done. But then for U.S. waters, California waters, if you're catching yellowtail, like say off a patty, if they're smaller yellowtail, like under 24 inches, I believe it is, someone maybe double check that. But so there is a size limit for yellowtail for the bag limit. So you can have 10 yellowtail if all the yellowtail are over 24 inches length. Whereas if they're under 24 inches length, you can only have 5 per person.
Right,
so if they're smaller yellowtail on a patty, you can only have 5 per person. If they're larger yellowtail, longer yellowtail, then you can have 10 per person in U.S. waters.
Right, because
then for Mexico, there's just 5 of any one species. So you can have, if you find a good patty in Mexican waters, any size, it doesn't matter. You can only have 5 of any one species. So if you get 5 yellowtail per person in Mexican waters, you have to go look for other species.
Crazy. Well, that's good though.
Yep.
It's a good little
You
update.
got to know your regulations. So
Exactly.
other thing for California waters, U.S. waters, if you are fishing and you have boat, kayak, whatever,
Yep.
by regulation, you're supposed to have a sport fishing regulation book on your vessel.
Oh.
Kayak, boat, doesn't matter.
That's in U.S. waters?
It's a no ignorance thing. Correct. So like if you are fishing in California waters, you are supposed to have a current sport fishing regulation book. They're free. Just go to any place that has them, and they're supposed to be able to give them out for free. And you're supposed to have that on the boat because it's a no ignorance thing. You have to know your regulations. So then you're supposed to have that book on, so that if a game warden checks you, then you can't say, "Oh, I didn't know." Well, you're supposed to have that book. So if you don't know, you can go read it in that book.
Oh, got it. So that makes sense. Can I get away with saying it's on my phone?
Yeah. I mean, depends on the warden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends. It's just like anything. It depends on the official. Like say like, for example, for me, like I don't flip through the pages when I'm trying to look up something. So for example, the other day I couldn't remember whether a sheephead size limit was 14 or 12. It's 12.
Yeah.
So I just quickly took out my phone, went to Google, California size limit sheephead, and then it came right up, 12 inches. Perfect. Done.
Hey, check us out. I got some questions for you since you're on. Bo has a question. It says, can you limit in Mexican waters and then limit in U.S. waters?
No,
possession, right?
If you are a California-based boat, so say for example you launch from California and then you go fish in Mexico, then you're bringing it back to California waters, possession.
So I got a jet flying overhead. Give me a second. Okay, and so the next question is okay. Jet asks, can you keep 5 short yellowtail and 5 over 24 inches, or just the 5 shorts?
So yes.
Yeah, I think that
is I believe so. Yes.
I think the rule is 5. The first
double check.
I think the rule is 5 can be the first 5 can be any size. After that, it have to be 24 and bigger.
Over 20. Correct. Yeah. That is my understanding.
Cool. And then Captain Dan says, in Mexico, 2 Dorado counts as 5 fish.
That is correct as well.
Cool.
Yep. So then in Mexico, two Dorado is your limit for Dorado in Mexican waters,
yep.
And then that counts as 5 towards your aggregate. Whereas in California,
so you could take
waters,
like 2 Dorados and 2 yellowtail.
No, you could have 10 Dorado in California waters.
No, I'm talking in Mexico.
Oh, in Mexico, yes.
Cool.
So in Mexico, you can only have 2 Dorado per person, and those 2 Dorado count as 5 fish towards the 10 fish bag limit for that person.
Perfect.
However, in California waters, say if you find a good patty or open water Dorado in California waters, you can have 10 per person. Interesting.
Cool. So Wayne over at TCA says they're planning on getting rid of the printed regulation book over time. It's interesting. I'm
sorry, could you say that one more time?
That Fishing Game's planning on getting rid of the printed regulation book over time. Wayne says I have copies of the new reg book if needed. Cool.
Oh, there you go. Hit up Wayne.
And then Jet said he'll keep that in mind next time he limits out on yellowtail on his kayak.
Yep.
He's kidding.
Oh man, limiting out on the kayak in La Jolla, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, in the bay.
That'd be a lot of weight on the kayak. Hope you got a big enough kill bag.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. Awesome. Hey, so
I guess we can talk about that too. On last Thursday we had double inshore trips. Last Thursday's morning half day, we ended up with 2 yellowtail in La Jolla on the rockfish grounds on the dropper loop.
Dude, that's so good.
So we're just fishing rockfish. Every time I fish rockfish, I always do 1 sardine, 1 squid, because the rockfish will take the squid very readily.
Yeah,
they'll take it. But you always want a sardine on there in case you get a trophy species. You get yellowtail, a halibut, a white sea bass, lingcod, sheephead. So on Thursday's trip, we ended up at the very end of the trip. We was like, you guys ready to go, fish some wrecks or go look for something else? We had a good rockfish, and they were like, I told them, we got our rig set up. We're right here. Let's do one more drop.
Oh, nice.
And so we set up, and we got lucky. A school of yellowtail came under the boat. We hooked two. We put them both in the boat. Bam. And then
Wait, that's awesome.
some of the guys are feeling a little seasick, and then normally I'll fillet fish out on the ground. So then we'll go set up for like a halibut trip, or set up next to the wrecks, and then put out sardines on dropper loops and fly line, and then I'll fillet fish out there. Like, well, we got our trophy species. Let's go into the harbor because some guys are feeling sick, and we ended up cutting all the fish inside the harbor. So
that's cool.
we got real lucky on that one. And then over this week, the morning half days have been getting better trophy species than the afternoon half days. For whatever reason that is, I have no idea. On Thursday's morning trip, we got 2 yellowtail and a good download of rockfish. On the afternoon trip, it was just rockfish, which is still great, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think it was Saturday. I also had another double inshore, two half-day trips. Again, the morning trip, we got a fat lingcod. I think it's like 31 or 32 inches, something like that, which is big for San Diego.
Yeah.
And then the afternoon trip, just rockfish.
Okay.
So for whatever reason that is, for Thursday and Saturday, the morning slot half days produce better quality fish than the afternoon half days. And then when anybody asks me, like for a half day trip, and they ask me, oh, should you do the morning or the afternoon? I generally always recommend them the morning, because the morning generally has better weather, less wind.
That's wind, yeah.
When you're on the rockfish ground, wind is not your friend.
Yeah.
Because then where I've been getting, my reds, truffles, lingcod, things like that, I've been finding very small rocks that have been holding very well. So then what I do is, I find a rock, I figure out which way the swells and the wind, so the current and the wind is pushing the boat. I set us up, drop baits down, pick up fish, we get away from the rock, then we pick up our lines, reposition the boat, do it again. Again, these are really small rocks. So vermilion reds, they're aggressive. They want to be on the rocks because that's where their food source is. They'll push off other species away from the rocks. Whereas Focaccia, salmon grouper, they will be in the sandy areas away from the rocks. So if you're in the sandy areas next to the rocks, you'll get Focaccia.
Are you watching
right
something?
On top of the rocks, you'll get red. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm cleaning some rockfish.
That's so funny.
Sorry if that's a little bit of extra noise. I hope you guys can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear you. I was just like, what is that?
Yeah, I'm in the backyard with the sink cleaning some rockfish for that rockfish dinner tonight.
Yeah, you guys should see the sink. It's amazing. I want to go over to Scotty's house and clean my fish there.
yeah, it's pretty nice having a commercial style sink in the backyard, stainless steel.
So good. Cool.
So right on.
Dude, that's an awesome report. So I know you're super busy, and probably the last thing you want to do is jump on a call for another hour. But I still have hopes that we'll get you on the show as an official guest on one of these Thursdays. Okay.
So this Thursday is actually my scheduled day off. So maybe this week could be the week.
All right, you're in. Settled. It's done.
There you go.
Yay.
There you go.
That's the sound of me being relieved because I don't need to find a guest for this week. One less thing to do, but still a ton of things to do.
Oh yeah, never ends.
Exactly. Cool, dude. Well, I'm gonna stop asking you questions. I'm gonna save all my questions for you on Thursday. It'll be fun. We'll get set up when you put you on Skype, and then we can do that either later in the week, and we could test everything out. We should be good to go.
All right, very good.
Awesome,
Roman. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Scotty. This was cool.
Right on. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening to my rambling. I hope somebody found some of that stuff useful. Yeah, like for me, like if anybody ever has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Give me a text, send me an email, shoot me on any social media platform for messages. To be honest, though, I don't really check my messages on my Instagram or Facebook very often. So text me or email. That's the better way to get me. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, feel free to reach out to me whenever I'm in the harbor or whatnot. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And then my whole deal is, there's a lot of fish out there. There's a lot of guys wanting to get in on them. It's just, I'll share information, whatever, but just have etiquette on the water. You know, don't blow full speed next to guys that are fishing. Yeah, give people their space.
We're gonna talk about
your own fish too.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna focus a little bit on that this Thursday. That's some good stuff to cover, like just on the water etiquette when you're offshore.
Yeah.
So that'd
today,
be good.
we were on our stop of fish, and so the whole idea of why, if you are on fish, say like you got a tuna school to stick to you and your chum line. So if you can imagine, so we are one boat, and I'm throwing sardines over. There's no other bait around. So then the tuna are attracted to the bait that I'm throwing over the side of my boat.
Yep.
So that means they're circling around my boat because they never stop swimming. As soon as these fish are born or, hatch from their eggs or whatever it may be, they start swimming and they never stop. They never sleep, because if they stop, they'll drown. They'll die. So these fish, these tuna, they never stop swimming. So then when I'm throwing sardines over the side of my boat, they're circling around my boat because they're still swimming forward. Now, if another boat pulls up right next to me and now they're throwing sardines over, now the tuna that are in the area stuck to the boat drifting with us are going to circle around the two boats. And then that means that the tuna are going to be going around a larger circle of area. And that means that it's going to be tougher for both boats to get a tuna to bite. Because then, when you got your bait right here, it's very important you have a good, lively bait that's swimming really hard, getting some attraction and getting a reaction bite from the tuna. So if I'm one boat by myself, I'm going to be very successful. If another boat pulls up on me after I've spent the energy and my chum to get these
two
fish
scoops
to stick
full
to
of
my boat, then they're going to benefit from me and make it worse for me, unfortunately. So, these boats, honestly, like if you looked a half mile in any other direction, it's very likely you could just find your own fish. And if you find your own fish, you'll be more successful. You'll get more fish in your boat. So if, you go out there, do as best as you can to try to find your own fish. Now, later season, in about a month or so from now, you're going to see huge parking lots because there's going to be so much volume of fish out there that it'll be okay to, fish. Because honestly, if there's enough tuna circling around, everybody can just sit together and just have a parking lot and everybody will start hooking fish. But if there's not enough tuna, then it hurts to have more boats sitting next to each other.
That's interesting, dude. That's such a good way to put it. It's like a balance.
So like,
everything else.
If you imagine it, you got, two boats, then you got three boats, then you got five boats all putting sardines in the water. And then say if you only have, 50 tuna circling around, it's going to be really tough to get a bite. But say if you got a whole massive school, thousands of tuna, then, there's honestly, there's going to be no chance for you to really shy off other boats, because as soon as they come up on you, they start hooking up, they're not going to leave. Whereas today, the school of tuna that I had under the boat was so small that when other boats did pull up on me, they weren't getting bit, and eventually they just moved on.
Well, interesting.
And then when they moved on, that's when we started getting more hookups.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
The guys in the chat are talking a little bit about maybe doing a charter with you, right? But
awesome.
Your max is like 4 passengers or 3?
For offshore trips, I really try to keep it to 4.
Okay.
Sometimes I can take a 5th depending on the size of everybody, because parkers, we have a lot of deck space, we have a lot of cockpit space. It's great. However, weight becomes an issue.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Got it.
I really try to keep it to 4, and then if to put a 5th person on there is just a 10% increase on the trip cost. So, for example, my 12-hour offshore is $1,850. Just add another $185 on top of that for a 5th person.
Got it.
But then just check with me just to, let me know. Like most of the time, like for offshore trips, like I only do a 5th person if there's some children on board,
Oh yeah,
like
got it. Like a little person.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
like where I was going with this is, maybe because obviously that we can't all fit on one boat. So would it be an option to like lead a flotilla?
Yeah, 100%.
like
Yeah. So
like uh
even today,
like we'll jump
actually,
on a boat with you, and then we'll like whoever wants to go that has a boat that's seaworthy that
yeah,
can
talk
get
on
out
the
there.
radio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we all kind of buddy boat it
So I
basically.
Exactly. So I do talk with other guys on the radio. So for example, there's another guy also running charters. His name is Captain Sean with Pelican Sport Fishing. I
Cool.
work with him a lot. When we started our charter in 2018, he was starting his charter early 2019. I think he started like February or March of 2019, and he like asked me like, hey, what licenses do I need? What do I need to do? This, that.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
you need to do this. And he was super appreciative because then, it's when you're starting a business or anything, it's really tough to know what you need to be legit.
Yep.
And he was super appreciative. And then like for me, like, I don't mind it. I mean, he's trying to do exactly what I'm doing. So I told him like an open book. It's all good.
That's good.
And so, yeah, today I was working on the water with him. So I told him, hey, we're on a spot of fish. We're running low on bait. Get over here. He pulled up right next to us, and then he was able to chum up the fish for us. And we got a couple more hookups that way. We got a couple more fish in the boat when we were low on bait. So, yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to go out there and fish with me, please, hit me up. Say like, hey, we're going offshore. I'm like, oh, I'm going offshore. Let's talk
Yep.
on this channel.
There you go.
So,
Yeah. Dude, that's gonna be
and
cool.
then, yeah, as long as you have the right etiquette, and then honestly, like on the radio, I could kind of tell you what to do. It's like, oh, pull up on this side of my boat, and then when you come up slow, and then when you come up, chum bait.
There you go. There you go. Interesting. Cool, dude. That's good. Okay, so this is gonna evolve into something. We'll figure out MMFC fleet. They're calling it.
There you go.
We'll figure out the MMFC fleet outing.
Get excited, you guys, because right now it's still kind of transitioning to our, peak offshore season.
Exactly.
And although, for previous months we were able to pull tuna, it's not quite yet to the point where like we're gonna get full on drift of tuna and be able to limit the boat. So I haven't gotten limits of tuna quite just yet this season, but it's coming, fellas.
Oh, jeez, that's awesome. John,
it's coming
Garrett,
to where like you're
Brian,
gonna pull up to a spot
Captain
of tuna
Dan,
and throw bait, get him stuck to the boat, and just plunker bite away.
So we got 4 boats in already.
There you go.
We'll figure this out over. I'll make a plan for this on Facebook, guys, and then I'll.
Why are you guys going that way?
I'll have boat signups, and then
this way.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how many spots you guys have,
Roman,
and then
right on,
dude,
everybody.
Awesome. All right, Scotty, thanks so much. I'll let you get back to the prepping the fish.
Anytime. Love to call in on Mondays.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, dude. It's so good. So thanks again, and I'll see you. We'll see you Thursday then.
Yep. Hopefully I'll be able to get a haircut. I haven't gotten a haircut I think since November.
Just wear a hat.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Oh, that's funny. Cool. All right, Scotty. Well, thanks for calling. We'll talk soon.
Well, have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. That was super cool. Like, see, guys, it's just kind of like stuff just kind of like evolves, and now this might happen. So let's see what we can do. Try to figure out how to do this in the safest way possible. But yeah, it looks like Doug's in too. Oh my gosh, that's like 5 boats, including passengers. Exactly, passengers pay for fuel. That's true. That's right. Okay, so there's obviously something that's in the works there. We'll figure it out, and we'll get like a boats list with spots list, and then we'll see what spots are available. Okay, super cool. Yeah. Just because they're hilarious. 425 was loaded with yellow tail today. Awesome. Yeah, good stuff, guys. So I'm gonna finish my story real quick, and then we'll sign off for the night. I was watching Bo work on his clearing, and I found this, like, it looks like a art exhibit that's like, they kind of just set it in the little sandy area of around some eelgrass, and it was really cool. There's a bunch of stuff on it. There's like Bo found a little octopus in a little hole, and I was messing around with it. I got the camera in there and like it's trying to come out. And I was showing it. It was trying to come out and escape out of a little hole before I grabbed it. I didn't grab it. I kind of just poked at it, and then it would come out and look at the camera. And then I also saw like a couple lobster on there. And when Bo was getting better at like clearing at about 8 feet, we moved over to a little bit of a deeper area around the little bend, and I put him like in, I don't know, like 10, 15 feet. And he was doing the clearing again, practicing his clearing. And while he's doing that, like I don't have anything else to do but like dive around and look under rocks and really, really, really explore that area near him. So I was looking under rocks and through the riprap, I guess you could say, where the rocks meet the sand, and I noticed a little piece of fishing line with a clip. And I was like, "Oh, there's a clip. I'm gonna grab it so I can use it for later." Stainless steel clip, or whatever, like a swivel and a clip. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna use that." So when I reached to grab it, like there was a puff of like of sand, and I was like, "Whoa!" It was the line was coming out of the mouth of the sculpin, and the sculpin was small, but he went under this rock, and I couldn't reach him. So the rock wasn't that heavy, so I actually pulled the rock and like dumped it over. And when I did that, there's a bunch of silt and stuff, and then I waited on the surface for the silt to kind of settle a little bit to kind of clear out. And while there was still a little bit of silt in there, I dove down again and hung onto a rock, kind of really looked to see where it was. And then I could see him. He had gone under a different rock, but the line was still sticking out, and I could see the clip on the sand. So like I told Bo, "Hey Bo, can you hold the camera and just point it at me and check this out?" And like so I go back down there again, and I like grabbed the clip, and I caught the sculpin with the clip. It had like about 6 inches of line from the clip to the sculpin, and he's a little guy. He's like probably this small, like maybe like 5 inches, 6 inches. But he was so mad that I had him on the line. Of course, I'm wearing like my full-on dive glove, so his spines weren't hurting me, but he was actually swimming, and like and bumping me with his side of his fins and like the top of his fins. So he was actually trying to sting me. And I thought that was pretty funny. But I got a good video of him, and he had like the hook so far in his throat, it was like in his stomach. So I basically kind of like I took my dive knife and I cut the line right at the hook. So I mean the hook was already starting to rust. So I cut the line right at the hook. I let him go, and I kept the swivel. So yeah, there you go. That was the story of going with Bo to get familiar with the freediving aspect and like the clearing of the ears. If you guys are interested in freediving, that kind of stuff, let me know. My goal with helping Bo out with this is to have dive partners that I feel comfortable with, as far as like diving together, one up, one down, and like really going through the protocols of keeping each other safe. I figured it's easier to teach someone to do it the right way than try to change someone's ways that's been fishing for a long time. Okay. So anyway, that's a complete side note from hook and line fishing. That's probably what I'll do on most Sundays is I'll be diving. So cool. All right. Let me see if I have any last minute questions. Yeah, guys, I see like the good response to the potential trip. I think the best way to do it is going to be when the season really picks up, because that way there's no issues with us trying to split smaller schools of fish. If we wait till the schools get a little bit bigger, then we'll have a better chance of all of us getting bit. Cool. Food quality, bait cheaper and more effective. Okay, cool. All right, I'm not sure what you guys talk about at this point, but anyway, that's good. All right, guys. I see 20 likes. I see 27 people in here. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you could, please do that for me real quick. And lastly, you know this is coming. You know I was gonna ask for this again. Say, oops, where is it? Okay, cool. Here, and bam. Roman, when you get tested, I'll take you on an offshore trip. Noise. Spearfishing kelp for tuna and yellowtail. That's cool. That's awesome. I've never tried food quality. I'll definitely try. Cool. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Tomorrow is streaming day. Tomorrow I'll be fishing from the kayak. If I can get out there early enough to Fastlane, because they're closed today, they're closed on Sunday. If I get out there to Fastlane and get my drive fixed, then I'll be fishing tomorrow. I'm probably gonna fish San Diego Bay. And then that's going to be on Twitch. I just put the link in the description. Sorry, I just put the link in the chat. I just put it in there again. I know Aiden said I'm spamming the link, but hey, it's my stream. I can spam it if I want to. So that's what I'll be streaming. Go check that out. What else? Yes. I'm going to jump into the Discord in a little bit. I'm only going to be in Discord for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, just to say what's up and hello and talk to you guys real quick. But then after that, I'm going to go back and I'm going to actually do a stream on Twitch of, I'm going to be editing a video. I said I was going to be editing a video yesterday, but I went a little long-winded into the Instagram live. So I was, by the time I was done with that, I was kind of worn out and I didn't want to live stream anymore. So I'll be live streaming tonight after we talk on Discord for a little bit. So that's the Twitch link that's in there. That's what I'll be live streaming, and I'm basically going to be sharing my screen and showing my process for making a video. I'm basically going to be going through the footage that I shot with from our last MMFC outing. I think I got Jet on there. I'm trying to figure. So anyway, I'm going to try to find some photos for Jet first off, and then after that, I'm gonna figure out what video I'm gonna edit. But anyway, there will be editing, and if that's something you're interested in learning about or just curious how I do it, that's a good place to watch. It's a platform that is gonna be more conducive to that. Damn, I need to see how you edit, but I also need to sleep. Oh, don't worry, Salty. You can watch it later. I'm gonna leave it up for whenever it does go. I'm going to leave it up for whatever, I think it's like 15 days or 30 days, however long they let me leave it up for. But yeah, I'm going to leave it up. So no worries. All right, guys. Again, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in Discord. Give me like 2 minutes to go get a fresh drink and take a potty break. Woo! Man, 8:30. Rocking. Thank you, Salty Dan. Thank you, Captain Dan. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Cal. Thank you, Leonard. Thank you, Hyder. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Richie Rich. Captain. Coach Worf in the house. Thank you, Coach Worf, for calling in too and giving us that cool update. Thanks, Garrett, for jumping on. Brian. Looking forward to, guys. Remember Wednesday. Brian's gonna be talking about A-rigs, guys, so be prepared for that. It's gonna be fun. Also, we should have done it today. I'm sorry I spaced on it, Brian, but try to remember if you guys are using a different bait and what your catch ratio was if you fished with a different bait since we initiated the science project. Okay, you can call in tomorrow or let us know in the chats. But for the most part, maybe we'll start off the show with some updates from you guys and then go into the A-ray content. Garrett, thanks for jumping on. Luis. Let's see, getting all the chats here. Mr. John. Oh, John says he's in. Awesome. Thanks, John. This is cool. And John, again, super grateful for you for going out there and cooking hot dogs for us. That was like level up. That was next level. So thank you. Thanks, John. Very nice of you. Next time, let me cover some of that cost. I know it's like just hot dogs, but still, like, it's. Let me help you with that, okay? So thanks again. See, I already got Leonard. Luis is out. I know Aiden already took off. Later, Aiden. Bo, again, proud of you, dude, for sticking with it and working on that foundation for freediving, dude. Good job. Let's see who else. Who else I missed? I think that's everybody that's commented a lot in the past. Izzy, if you're still in here, dude, thanks again. And yeah, let's do that, dude. We'll do the charter with Scotty soon. 2 geeks, and that's it, guys. If I didn't shout you out because you didn't comment enough towards the end, the stream that never ends. Wow. Okay. All right, guys. See you in in Discord. Good night.